These are paintings from Picasso. Beautiful, isn't it? 4 of them are real. However, 4 of them have been generated by a machine, an artificial machine. These are 4 paragraphs, 2 in English and 2 in Portuguese. 2 of them have been written by humans. 2 of them have been written by an intelligent machine. These are faces of humans. All of them have been generated by an artificial machine. These videos are not real. They have been generated by an artificial intelligent machine. Artificial intelligence is not the future. Artificial intelligence is the present. But what is really artificial intelligence? To answer this question, let me play 3 games. The first is the IQ game. As you might know, IQ stands for Intelligent Quotient. Probably, you have already done one of these IQ tests. Basically, you have a picture shown to you on the left, and you have to complete it by selecting one option from the right. You repeat this a number of times, and then you will receive a score, the IQ score, Intelligent Quotient. The higher is this IQ score, the more intelligent you are. If thousands and thousands of people play this game, then we can use statistics and we can try to define intelligence. But what is really intelligence? A set of cognitive abilities to learn, form concepts, perceive, recognize patterns, apply logic, reason, retain information and plan, solve problems and make decisions, process language to communicate. Let's now play the second game. This is called the imitation game. This game was proposed by Alan Turing, 1950, when he published an article on the journal Mind. Here he proposed to consider the question, can machine think? Imagine that in front of you, on the left, here, there is a human sitting. And on the right, here, there is a machine. Imagine I am an interrogator, and there is a wall between me and them. I cannot see them. In this game, I start asking questions, and in turn, once the human answers me, and once the machine answers me. If I can have a conversation for more than 5 minutes, and I cannot recognize when the answers come from the human and when they come from the machine, then we can say that the machine is intelligent, because it clearly imitates human behavior. A few years later, in 1955, Professor McCarthy, with other colleagues, proposed to organize a summer research project on intelligent machines. Starting from the definition of intelligence, that includes a set of human capabilities, such as learning, perceiving, reasoning, planning, and natural language processing, they wanted to create intelligent machines for each of these capabilities. And it was in this event that the term artificial intelligence appeared for the first time. From this event, artificial intelligence was defined as the science and engineering of making machines that have intelligence. Many things have happened from that summer. Now we have plenty of machines that are specialized in a variety of tasks. For example, in transportation with self-driving cars, in medicine with brain tumors identification, in finance with trading forecasting, in manufacturing with factory automation, in education with real-time feedback, and in art and music with drawing generation. All these achievements are data-driven. These machines are specialized for specific tasks, and that's why today we refer to artificial intelligence as narrow artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, artificial intelligence can be misused. For example, generating deep fakes, human impersonation, drone attacks, and AI-supported hacking. This is why it is very important to redefine artificial intelligence for today's world in a fair way. Artificial machines can be considered having intelligence if their actions are helpful in achieving human goals. So we played two games, the IQ game to help define the construct of intelligence, and the imitation game to help define artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, a lot of scholars agree that a number of problems exist. For example, the IQ score is only an estimate of intelligence, because we don't have an objective way to measure intelligence. Also, the IQ score does not account for other human characteristics, such as motivation, personality, and creativity. IQ scores can also have low reliability and validity. In fact, if we play the IQ game in the morning, we might achieve one score higher than if we play the same game in the evening. This does not mean that in the morning we are more intelligent than in the evening. Also, reducing the construct of intelligence to a single number is very reductive. In fact, intelligence does not account for many other characteristics that make us successful in life. All this means that intelligence is an abstract concept. But there is something that these two games do not consider. Emotional intelligence. So, what is the definition of emotional intelligence? The ability to perceive, use, manage, and understand emotions. Similarly to the IQ test, emotional intelligence can be assessed with an EQ, emotional quotient. Let's now play the third game. I call it the game of emotions. Let's extend the imitation game in a way that the interrogator, me, is focused on asking specific questions about emotions. Like in the imitation game, once the human answers my questions, and once the machine answers my questions. If I'm not able to distinguish when the answer comes from the human and when the answer comes from the machine, then the machine has emotional intelligence. Let's suppose I show faces of a person showing different emotions. In the game of emotions, I can ask, can you perceive the emotion in each of these images? The human can actually name all of them. But with the current advances in artificial intelligence, also the machine can perceive and name them. This means I cannot distinguish who is the human and who is the machine. Now let's suppose I read a story. He was in love with her, but he was very frustrated with her for an entire year. He realized answering her messages was in vain, and he barely replied. He was deluded and demotivated. She was not fair. She implored him to understand her, but she was lying. She lies for almost 2 years under the name of uncertainty and confusion. She lied because she had another man. Everything was a big lie, an unfair illusion. For him, who was always respectful, generous, helpful, fair, honest, and transparent with her. What a coward she was. Now, in the game of emotions, I can ask, can you suggest how to reduce the frustration of the man in the description? The human and the machine can use emotions, such as empathy, to compose an answer and manage emotions by suggesting what the man in the unfair story should do. Again, I cannot distinguish when the answer comes from the human and when they come from the machine. This means the machine has emotional intelligence. And now, if in the game of emotions, I, the interrogator, ask, can you feel what the man felt? Can you understand what love is. My name is Luca, and let me tell you something. If there is something that artificial intelligence cannot do and will never be able to do, is to feel emotions. Obrigado.
Obrigado.